Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our webinar focusing on the basic principles towards marketing success. We are excited to have you here with us. Please note that the session will be recorded. A link to the recording will be sent to you after the session has concluded. Considering time, we will not be hosting a live Q&A session today. You are, however, most welcome to type your questions in the chat section, and we will reply via email after the session has concluded. Additionally, we'll send out a survey with the recording link afterwards, where you will be able to send questions and feedback. My name is Leon Steyn, Creative Director of Summit 7 Marketing, but I'll do a formal introduction slightly later. Marketing has become incredibly overcrowded. In the last 2 years alone, the amount of digital content has exploded, but our attention spans have shrunk to less than 8 seconds. Traditional marketing tries to scream louder, adding more decoration, bright colors, or visual trends to try and get noticed. Here at Summit 7 Marketing, however, we believe that when everyone is trying to scream for attention, the person who speaks the clearest wins. It is not about the decoration, it is about the strategic communication. We have to understand that every marketing choice is a business decision to either strengthen your story or lose your audience. One of the worst decisions to make is to reduce your marketing efforts or budget as a cost-cutting measure during more difficult times. Your marketing is there specifically to bring in business and revenue, and that is why we are here today. As Summit 7 Marketing, we aim to guide you through the noise to know the core marketing principles you should focus on to rise above your peers and also avoid time wasting on ineffective avenues while keeping an eye on your marketing budgets. On the screen currently is an overview of what you can expect during the session. Each topic will be discussed in short, but all have a purpose of elevating your marketing efforts going forward. Before we start the session, let's kick off with our formal introductions. I would like to take the opportunity to briefly start with the introduction regarding our company, Summit 7 Marketing. We were formally established as a separate company in 2023, but we have been operational since 2015 as an internal department of the Preferred Solutions Group. We identified a growing need in the market for clients having a trusted go-to marketing company to help and advise on best practices and sustainable marketing exercises. Summit 7 Marketing's value proposition is to provide high-quality marketing services, getting the basics right, and avoiding the unnecessary bells and whistles that can quickly inflate marketing costs to overrun budgets. In many cases, this is also without the desired results. And while our core business is built around marketing services and web development, we also have a passion for marketing education to our clients and peers. We believe in strong relationships with our clients, and this shows successfully in our client retention rates. Your business success is as much an investment to us as it is to you. The presenters for the day will be myself, Sean Chinaka, and Rachel McCaller. Sean is our marketing operations manager, leading our marketing team when it comes to anything about content, emailers, and social media. He's also well experienced on the design side of things, making him a great fit to manage his team from a full-rounded experience. Sean has been active in the formal marketing sector for more than 11 years, bringing his deep knowledge and insights gained to our valued clients. Rachel is our visual design specialist. While mostly focused on graphic design, she can also do video editing and website design. With 8 years formal experience, some of it being the lead designer for a well-known cosmetic brand in South Africa, Rachel has a keen eye for design and knows the best practice of design principles by heart. As for myself, I've been in the marketing industry for 21 years now, with multinational marketing experience in various industries, including tourism, luxury sports, leisure brands, and software services, and a deep passion for web development. I pride myself on advising our valued clients on the practical steps towards marketing success. And I am thankful to have such a wonderful team by my side. We are going to start off with a session by Rachel, focusing on design principles when it comes to your brand and marketing. While there is much more to successful marketing than just design, the visual aspect is an important part of the process and a good place to start from. Rachel, over to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rachel, Visual Design Specialist at Summit 7 Marketing. Today, I'll share how design principles, specifically colors, typography, and elements shape brand identity. In just a few minutes, you'll see how the right choices can make your brand instantly recognizable and memorable. Design is not decoration, it's communication. Every visual sends a message. A clustered design confuses, while a clean, intentional design builds trust. Think of design as your brand's language. It speaks before you say a word. Colors set the emotional tone of your brand. A primary palette of 2 to 3 colors should reflect your values. Blue communicates trust and stability. Green signals growth and sustainability, while red conveys energy and agency. Accent colors highlight key points, while neutrals balance the overall look. And remember, contrast matters. If your audience can't read it, they won't feel it. Typography gives your brand its voice. Fonts are more than just letters. They carry personality and influence how your message is received. Limit yourself to 2 typefaces, one for headings and one for body text. Use script fonts sparingly as they are less readable. Above all, prioritize readability across devices. A beautiful font that no one can read is useless. Design elements, shapes, icons, and imagery are the building blocks of consistency. They reinforce your brand story. A tech company might lean on geometric precisions, while a wellness brand might embrace organic curves. Consistent spacing, alignment, and hierarchy guide the eye and build recognition. When your audience sees these elements repeatedly, they begin to associate them with you. When colors, typography, and elements work together, they create a cohesive identity. This is where your brand's visual language comes alive. It's not about being flashy, it's about being consistent, intentional, and aligned with your story. That's what makes brands unforgettable. Color sets the mood. Typography gives your brand a voice, and design elements create an identity. Together, these components form the foundation of your brand's visual design. The next time you make a design choice, ask yourself, does this strengthen my brand story? If you need support or guidance with your brand, please don't hesitate to contact us at ask@summit7marketing.co.za. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing how you apply these principles in your future work. Leon, over back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. That was very insightful. No matter how excellent our marketing plans might be, in the end, the visual impact will be a deciding factor. That is how we decide what clothes to wear, if we find food enticing to eat, how we enjoy the beautiful things around us, and more. Similarly, your marketing and online platforms must catch the eye of your intended audience. We will now move our focus more to specific steps and functionality, not only visuals. But keep an eye out for our future sessions, of which one of them will certainly be focused on design principles, tips, and tricks. If you had to take only one piece of advice from us today, then getting and optimizing your Google My Business listing would rank as very important. This is the most important online listing other than your website itself, especially for local business search. It is 100% free, so you do not have any reason not to have it. Google My Business is a platform that provides your address, phone number, website address, photos of your premises, and a place to gather your reviews. With new updates, it also lists your other social media platforms. Other than finding your website on Google or any other search engine, Google My Business is the biggest source of organic traffic. Organic traffic refers to finding you online and clicking through to your website on a business listing without you having to pay for advertising. A properly set up listing on Google My Business is something I view as absolutely essential for every business, no matter the size. If you need any assistance with this, please reach out to us. Business leads mostly come from website traffic, as I mentioned before. And this is where a potential customer can view your products or services, making the decision if they are going to make use of what you provide or sell. Driving this traffic to your website can come from various channels or platforms other than just Google My Business. The most important then being social media marketing and email marketing. When you get traffic from these sources, you can gather data with custom-built contact forms to get the exact information you require. However, too many fields to complete can also chase potential customers away. Keep it simple and ask only what is absolutely necessary. As for the marketing efforts to generate and drive this traffic, there is quite a big debate about which platforms and channels work best. Is it social media or is it email marketing? I'm going to give over to Sean, our resident expert in this field, to cover this part of the session.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Leon. Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be part of this wonderful webinar. So as Leon mentioned before, my name is Sean, and I am the Marketing Operations Manager at Summit 7 Marketing. Today, I'm going to be helping you to answer one of the most important questions in marketing right now, where you should really be investing your time and money in 2026. And that is the question. We're going to unpack the real differences between social media and email, from reach and ownership to ROI, which is return on investment, and compliance. You've heard it a million times, email is dead. But in a world of rising ad costs and unpredictable algorithms, especially here in South Africa, the question of where to put your marketing budget has never been more critical. Look at this visual. Social media is like renting an apartment. You have access, but you don't own it. An email list is like owning a house. It's yours. You can control it, and that makes all the difference. Let's look at the numbers. This chart shows the return on investment of different marketing channels. Email doesn't just win, it dominates. For every 19 rands you spend on email marketing, you can expect an average return of 680 rands. That's an incredible return on investment. Even more powerful, automated emails such as a welcome series and an abandoned cart messages. These make up only 2% of emails sent, but they drive over 35% of revenue. Social media is fantastic for initial discovery, but the email is where you build real relationships and long-term revenue. None of this works without trust. In South Africa, trust in marketing is protected by the law under the POPI Act. Any promotional email is considered direct marketing, which means you must have clear, lawful consent. The good news, when you respect the rules and honor your audience's inbox, you build something extremely valuable and real trust. That's the foundation of sustainable business growth. So how do you build a strong, compliant, and profitable email list? Here's my simple 5-step growth system. Number 1, give people a clear reason to subscribe. Offer real value. Number 2, make signing up ridiculously easy, because there's nothing that is more tedious and more time consuming than having to go through a sign up process and you actually don't know what you're doing. And then at the end of the day, you just get out of it and you don't continue with everything. Number 3, be honest and transparent about what they'll receive. Number 4, deliver on your promise, especially with a strong welcome series. There's nothing that feels more special than having to sign up for something and then people will keep you in constant communication. Provide consistent value over time. If you follow these steps and you'll build an audience that trusts you and wants to buy from you, everything will go smoothly. The real magic in 2026 isn't choosing between social media and email. It's making them work together. Think of it as the power couple strategy. Use Instagram or other social platforms as your top funnel machine, the fun public party where people discover you. Then invite them into email where you build a deeper relationship and offer exclusive access. Tease on Instagram, convert and nurture on email. This combination is incredibly powerful. So let me leave you with this question. Are you building a following or are you building a business? By 2026, brands that don't get this right will leave up to 30% of their revenue on the table from repeat customers. A big follower count feels good, but it's an audience you're only renting. An email list is an asset you own and is the foundation of a lasting, profitable business. The choice is yours at the end of the day. If you'd like help building or optimizing your email strategy, feel free to reach out to us at ask@summit.co.za. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Over to you, Leon.
Thank you, Sean. This gives us a good understanding of what the relationship between social media and email marketing should be. I want to discuss 3 very important aspects related to the marketing of your business, even more so in 2026. These are your brand identity, your brand voice, and your brand values, which leads to a final pinnacle of your entire brand being brand perception. Starting with brand identity, which is the foundation of your marketing, Rachel's session explained the importance of design. This is a cornerstone to brand identity, but we need to dig a little deeper into the overall look and feel. Is your logo unique and recognizable and an accurate reflection of your industry? Do the colors used in your brand evoke the correct tone and values? Do the complementing elements in your design, like background images or illustrations, further enhance the visual communication of your designs? And most importantly, does it look professional and modern? We cannot expect new clients to come knocking if we do not take our business identity seriously. This leads us to brand voice. Your brand voice is not just what you say, but how you say it. Do you have a more formal tone using corporate business language? Or are you a bit more relaxed but still professional? Or do you like to add a bit of humor and slang in your communication for a playful side? It is important to find a voice suited to who you are as a business, but we must also have a look whether it is fitting to your specific industry type. You will not necessarily trust an attorney with an informal voice and bright artistic visuals, or a fast food company that communicates in the same style as a large professional accounting firm. Also remember, the design itself adds to your brand voice in the form of how it looks. The visual communication is what people see first, then the wording that accompanies the design. Brand values are rather self-explanatory. It is the values of your business, often closely linked to your approach to service delivery. In a world where there are many businesses in the same industry and in the same area, your brand values are offering the differentiating factor between all businesses. The often overlooked part of both brand values and brand identity is your staff buy-in. Are they an active representation of what you are trying to portray in your marketing efforts? Do they really live and share your values in the workplace and also outside of a workplace to a certain extent? Staff participation in living the brand has the largest direct influence on customer experience and overall impression about your business. And that is where internal marketing, including training on your brand values and expected service levels, and understanding the business itself becomes very important. And this leads us to brand perception, how you are seen. The combination of brand identity, brand voice, and values leads to brand perception, how you are seen as a business, not only by your current clients, but also the general public interacting with your business, meaning potential clients in future. Having a good brand perception can do wonders for your business as it generates, among others, customer loyalty and word of mouth referrals. And if you are a trusted provider, the chances are much higher to get customers, which will increase their spend with your business. I don't know about you, but I will not say no to that. During the session, the thought might have also crossed your mind if Summit 7 Marketing can walk the walk and not just do the talk. Well, allow me briefly to run through 3 client stories with you to show what we have done. Our first client is Grocon Financial Services. They've been a client of ours since 2024, almost 2 full years. As a niche financial and wealth advisory business, Grocon had all the internal operations running smoothly, but they had no brand identity. With the input and industry knowledge from Summit 7 Marketing, we developed a brand from the ground up, including the logo, custom fonts, colors, and the use of high-end leisure imagery fitting the business type. Although competing with much larger businesses in the industry, mainly using a monochrome branding approach, Grocon has firmly established itself as a niche brand throughout South Africa with a growing client base. The second business is also part of our business group, the Preferred Solutions Group. It has been a client officially of Summit 7 since 2023. But as mentioned earlier, we have been running the entire marketing function since 2015 as an internal department before becoming our own legal entity. One complete brand overhaul in 2016, a brand update in 2019, and a small refresh with a recently launched website later, Preferred Solutions Group has been a leader in accounting and payroll software marketing in South Africa for many years. At Summit 7, we run everything from their social media, email marketing, webinars, and document design like a well-oiled machine. The last business I will focus on is Sumerbosch Wines. They've been our client for a little more than a year now. We started with a slight brand refresh, which followed with a brand new website and an online store, including weekly social media marketing and a monthly newsletter to clients. As a family-run business, we put a large focus on storytelling and community in their brand voice, which has successfully transpired into more client interaction on their online platforms. Special events are regularly sold out with little effort. And just to note, all these clients are actively working with us on content planning and the direction of where their marketing needs to go. It's never one-sided where we run everything from our side. It is always speaking to the client to ensure that campaigns and communication is always directly in the line the client prefers. And while these three clients are a small part of our portfolio, we put great effort into communicating each brand according to their own identity, voice, and values. And that provides true authenticity to each business. This brings me to the last point I want to touch on: keeping your marketing authentic in the age of artificial intelligence. We all know Gemini, Copilot, ChatGPT, Claude. There's so many different options which we can choose from, which can help our work and give us easy access to content generation. And while AI is an excellent helper, it still lacks human connection. With so many AI-produced content, sometimes hard to distinguish visually from the real thing, a telling factor to our marketing would be authenticity. With humans being incredibly intelligent, they do pick up on AI-generated content after a while, and it has led to AI-generated marketing fatigue. Brands and businesses that stand out retain human-first communication and visuals, understanding that it still hits the sweet spot. My point is, do not see AI as a quick fix for marketing or replacing human efforts. It comes at a very expensive price, and that is losing your brand voice. In conclusion, marketing does not require all the bells and whistles to be effective. By applying the core and basic principles we have touched on today only, you will already be better off than 80% of your peers. With our follow-up email after the session, we will be sending a link of this recording of a session, a handy check sheet about the core principles we discussed today, and a link to a quick survey to provide feedback to us, which will help us to improve our future sessions. We are also excited to announce our 2 upcoming free webinar sessions. With a deep focus on effective websites and successful online stores, both sessions will provide valuable information to the modern business owner. Knowledge is power, and informed decisions are likely to lead towards more business success. Also, attendees to this webinar today will have first access to registration. As we have limited seats for both sessions, please do not delay your sign-up. As Summit 7 Marketing, we also completely understand that not all businesses can afford sizable marketing budgets. Through these sessions like today, we aim to educate you to be able to run basic marketing activities effectively by yourself. General sessions like this one will run at no cost, whereas topic-specific workshops will come at an affordable and attractive price for what you'll get. We also offer flexible marketing packages to assist with your marketing at a much lower cost than it would be to hire a marketing person or team. And you will be served by a team of seasoned industry professionals who are experts on their own field. The best designers, the best web developers, the best content managers, and more. That brings us to the end of today's session. To contact us, you can visit our website to read more about our services offered and also read our very helpful articles. Or you can email us at ask@summit7marketing.co.za, where we'll always be ready to assist. I do want to thank you from the depth of my heart for attending the session today. And we trust that you have found value from the session. Thank you so much.